Hello everyone, I'm Anton Starsky. In this video I'm going to tell about rubber K.O by Dr. Neubauer. It's medium PIPS. I'm going to tell only about K.O with a sponge of 1.3 mm. Other sponges play differently, especially 2.0 mm. So the PIPS are quite specific. I say it because I've played with it at a dozen of tournaments. If you are looking for an extremely disruptive rubber, this one is for you. The opponents are often surprised by what is going on when they are playing against K.O. But I'd like to warn you, as this disruption has its price. These PIPS have their possibly weak points, which is obvious, considering their characteristics. So don't hope that this rubber will bring you wins only. It's possible only if you manage to master a technique of playing with PIPS and tactics as well. My level is trained amateur. I'm medium player. I don't practice a lot, but take part at tournaments, where all the players play at approximately the same level. I use about 50% of K.O. I mean, I didn't intend to manage the tactics and technique of playing with PIPS. The same with other PIPS. That's why I play a limited number of moves. It's enough for me to compete with these PIPS, and I am completely satisfied with the results. If to make efforts and use K.O.'s power for 100%, it would be the great competitor. So the rubber is rather specific. It's of medium speed on a 1.3 mm sponge. The sponge is a bit hard. Cut to 163 × 153 mm, it weighs about 37 grams. To compare, aggressor PIPS are heavier in weight, but Pluto Euro and Kyler are lighter as they are softer. It has the least grip I've ever tried. I've tried Yinhe Neptune OX on this blade, just for you to see the comparison, as many players know these PIPS. So Neptune OX has twice heavier grip than K.O 1.3 mm. Can you imagine? Even Yinhe 955 OX have more grip to me, and any short and medium PIPS even more. Such a little grip influences the playability. It's hard to play drive with it, as the ball falls. You may learn to, but it's easier to do with any other medium PIPS, and there are fewer chances to mistake. But the balls with K.O are maximally disruptive, and I like it. I have really soft blade J1 of minus speed by Yinhe. It holds the ball really long, so it's easier to drive comparing to the other attacking blades. But it is less disruptive, but enough for me. I really pleased by mistakes made by my opponents. You may play fast or slow drives. No spin pushes. Then short drop near the table. Serve the ball short or long, making opponents mistake. They miss the ball at all or serve the ball in the net or away from the table. Now you may see typical mistakes against K.O PIPS. Players may differ, but the mistakes are always the same. And it of course influences the match results. The opponent's mistake, but also lose confidence when playing against K.O. That's they can score, but do it not so sharply. So you have more chances to play sharply and score. Of course you can adapt. I played with disruptive PIPS Pluto Euro 1.2 mm and K.O 1.3 mm, and always see how week after week and month after month players make the same mistakes. They minimally adapt. But you may meet an opponent who confidently attack against KO, as if they learned to play against such balls. It's unpleasant, but meets rarely. After all, such opponents aren't confident with all the balls. So you may compete them, though it's more difficult to do. I don't consider it to be a problem. It's a typical difficulty and meets among players with different rubbers. KO is perfect in blocks. It's completely disruptive as well as effective. You may both block passively and push and short chop block. The balls differ a lot. An opponent has little chances to score after such a ball. My opponents usually lose at once. Sometimes they flip the ball only to serve the ball on the table. Thus I have an opportunity to attack. On the other hand, it's not easy to block. It's like to block with long PIPS or X. Sometimes you may block unconsciously and serve float disruptive ball on a table for an opponent to make him lose. Sometimes the ball may serve half a meter from the table or fall net. I understand KO in block more than long PIPS or X. But depending on the ball you may either block or ease the wrist to ease the jump off or push more. But in general the blocks are great. If you interchange block with PIPS and block with PIPS in, you will be totally satisfied by an opponent's reaction to this miss. You'd better not to attack with KO aggressively or in series. You only need to hit the table, and then an opponent may mistake, so you have an advantage. That's how I do it. I'm not a good at power attack, but I saw a player to do it against the balls with different spins. I was impressed. I couldn't imagine doing it with such a rubber. It's possible if you want to. For example, you receive backspin, push it and play something like loop as you wish. I usually just push forward. The aim is to make an opponent mistake, or to receive a comfortable ball for you to attack, or to play a loop with PIPS in rubber. It's very simple. I always try to play this way. You may attack with KO in different ways. It's hard to describe. Some elements you can see in the video. If you choose this rubber, just experiment a bit to see all the possibilities. Like when you receive a drive, you can counter drive or push slightly. One might think that the balls are similar, as the pips grips slightly. But opponents do mistake a lot when you play no-spin kick serve. I don't know why, but it looks funny. One might think that because of weak grip it's easy to return serves with this rubber. But it's only half true. Serves may differ. If you return with attacking pips with normal grip, you may easily attack with a drive, loop or flip. K.O can't do it. For example, I have troubles with returning fast and no-spin serve with it. Though after a month of practice, I would play more confidently. So it won't be easy to return with these pips. I can return with this rubber, and when so, I gain initiative or see an opponent's mistake. If I could spin the rubber and return with pips in rubber, I would be much better. If you want to know how K.O is in defense, I can say, as I don't play in defensive style. But sometimes I have to chop against loop or drive in the far zone. I'd recommend not to put on K.O for pure chopping. It's pointless. But if you want to chop only periodically, like me, K.O will suit well. First of all, it's easy to direct ball with K.O in defense. I mean it like diagonally, higher, lower. You may not see it in the video how I serve balls low and complicated. But it's because I've never practiced defense with short or medium pips. I put on K.O right before the tournament. So I tried just to hit the table during the match. I'd not recommend doing the same. I just have no time for practice, as I often spend my time at the tournaments. So again, it's easy to direct the balls with K.O in defense. I like it, though it's quite impossible to underspin no-spin ball or increase incoming spin. At least I can't do it. If you have incoming heavy topspin, you may return it with reverse by chop and direct the ball whenever you need. And you needn't do many moves. Just chop and push a bit. That's all. In defense against loop, you may decrease incoming spin. K.O provides high control for chop or for push or for side chop. It could be unseen for an opponent. As a result, he will mistake. So if you have to defend sometimes, K.O will be good. Or you may chop against no fast loop in the far zone. Everything is the same. That's all. If you have questions, leave them in the comments below. You may contact TT Maximum Shop to buy the rubber using the link below as well.